Hi, Mark here from the Tangent-Bound Podcast Network and host of the flagship show, the Tangent-Bound Podcast. Did you know that we over at Tangent-Bound are always looking for amazing podcasts to promote? And did you also know that we are also proud nerds and geeks of everything from movies, music, gaming, TV shows, and comic books to wrestling, MMA, soccer, and football? Whatever you can nerd or geek out about, we've got it. And if you're interested, we can help you find it. And if you're a show looking for a place to call home, we've got you covered. Side effects may include upset stomach, dizziness, tumors, shakes, and in some rare cases, death from excessive laughter. Though to be fair, it's only sometimes. Other side effects may include diarrhea, gallstones, heart palpitations, and strong desire for cookies on the dark side. Talk to your doctor and visit TangentBoundNetwork.com and see if Tangent-Bound Network is right for you.
This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Hey, this is Evan.
Hey, Jason Underwood.
And we hope you're enjoying the shows on the Danger Entertainment Network, now including the Bearded Ones comedy podcast.
Yeah, we're super thrilled to be a part of this awesome lineup, guys. And what we do here on our show is, look, we are just trying to make you guys laugh through all kinds of different avenues.
Hear me out here.
Yeah.
Hear me out.
Please.
What we are is we're two geeky white dudes talking and trying to be funny.
Yeah, not try to blow in your mind here with with something brand new, but
You never heard anything like this. We talk about Star Wars. We talk about superheroes.
Talking about Marvel movies, man. Look, we're cutting some we're breaking some damn boundaries over here.
We are breaking new ground.
Yeah.
But for real, what we do is we play invented games.
Yeah, and we try to spin everything into a brand new fun game that we've made up. We filter it all through that sensibility, and
we're both improvisers, so a lot of what we talk about ends up in sort of a scene that we have a lot of fun with. We talk about our lives, pop culture, and movies. We talk about a little bit of everything. So if that's what you like, check us out, Bearded Ones Comedy Podcast on the Danger Entertainment Network.
They look like Vikings. Welcome to the podcast from Temperance Town, the sexiest podcast of world renowned. Tony grows a beard to hide his chin, swaps it with Earl so it glistens. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Download the pod, you won't get enough of these dapper chaps talking deadly fluff. In Hobo Gulch they run a homeless mission, clanging and banging with a pentagram of kittens. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. They enjoy their whiskey and local craft beer. By Odin's unkempt pubis we give a cheer. Tony's a raccoon when he's booziest. Don't be a savage, be an enthusiast. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. On the frozen tundra they call it a lock. Tony likes to masturbate in a sock. Brian pisses rocks cause it feels so great. I still don't know who the fuck is Tate. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. The boys will let you know when there's a due to male pattern baldness, they don't wear curlers. Stay salty, people, that's their closing line. And don't forget, have a beer, you'll be fine. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty language.
Hey enthusiasts, what's happening? This is Salty Language, episode 427.
Sexiest podcast on the network. Still running at it, baby.
Yep, that's right.
Yep. Sure, our laptops are barely chugging along tonight.
Yeah, boy, you are not kidding, man. It has been a struggle. We are a good, hour and 10 minutes past where we were wanting to start at.
Yeah, we've been riding the struggle bus hard.
And normally we kind of bullshit around for a few minutes before, but most of the bullshitting was because we were waiting on shit to work tonight.
Oh, it's horrible. Like, I mean, with the amount of, like, raw wires and sparks flying in my studio right now,
yeah,
I'll probably just burn the whole house down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if these two guys shoveling coal into my laptop can keep going for the whole show, but, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, exactly, right?
They look pretty tired, and I'm really terrible about not letting them take a break, so...
Well, they're not allowed to.
No.
No, of course not.
No.
Not until they work off their debt.
Yeah. Because anyone owes me anything.
Hey, for the amount of laughs we give up,
You're right.
Brian,
You're right.
Yeah.
Well, like I was just telling you my new mantra. My ego is my own reward.
Yeah, there you go.
Nah, that's not true. I'm really don't have that kind of ego. Oh man, yet. Right. Yeah.
There's plenty of time, goddammit.
Yeah. It is weird sometimes. Like, I've listened to some various indie podcasts, and it's amazing to me how much ego people do have over something that there's, like, old man rant time. Literally, you're a fleck of shit on someone's shoe, but you think you're like God's gift. And I understand, like, whatever you do, you should have confidence in what you do. That generally comes across better,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
we've talked about it in here. Like, my confidence on this show generally is probably dialed up more than it is actually in real life and whatever. But it's just amazing to me how, like, I forgot what show I was listening to the other day, and it was some brand new show. And these two guys, and one of them's a comedian, and I'm like, dude, I've never ever heard of you.
But he thinks he's like king shit, doesn't he?
Yeah, and I've heard a lot of comedians on various podcasts I've listened to. I've heard comedians even mention names of ones that don't really do podcasts. And I'm not saying I've heard of everybody because that'd be impossible. There's too many comedians. But it's like, I don't know, man. Check the ego at the door a little bit, Like,
yeah, you better. I mean,
like, you're not even on a network. Like, if you were a big comedian, you'd be on a network.
Exactly. I think Cube said it best when he said, "You better chickadee check yourself before you rickety wreck yourself."
Yeah, and I'm not. Again, I know it's
because shotgun bullets are bad for your health.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to go test it, but it's what I've heard.
Fair enough. I mean, knowledge gone. It's been a while,
right?
This might be a knowledge gone night. I'm just saying.
I appreciate, like. Let's launch the show. How should we start? Brian bitches for 5 minutes.
Well, I mean, I think it's fair because it's both of us have been basically wrestling bears tonight with our goddamn technology.
Yeah.
Because no joke, like I fired up and I was like, "Oh shit, Brian's online." I text you like, "Hey, let's do it," and then nothing, and then you went offline. I was like,
"Well, what's really funny is when you were like, 'Hey, I'm on.' I had been on Skype." But I didn't realize it was frozen because I went and got myself another drink and, used the facilities to make sure, I was empty before we started. And,
fair enough.
And I sit down and I'm like, like, it doesn't show you on. Oh, and the search bar's frozen. Like, sweet. Like, oh, I'll end the task. Oh, wait, it's not going to listen? Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yikes.
And it was it just kept not working for it. Then it updated.
Yeah, then I was like, well, I'm going to restart. And when I restarted, then it's like, oh, there's updates. And it's like, I do not want to install updates right now. But I didn't have a choice because it just does it when you restart. So.
Yeah, exactly. It's the worst.
Yeah. I was like, okay, well, I guess we're waiting for this. Which then we were both like, well, I guess it's going to be tomorrow or something before we record. And
yeah, because updates usually go on Windows.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're quick. Sometimes they're like, we have to chisel all these in your motherboard.
Yeah, we have to rewrite everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. So,
then as soon as you got a hold of me, my Skype crashed.
Yeah.
And then I called you back.
Oh,
when my
no,
whole
no.
laptop crashed.
There you go. Okay, that's what. I was gonna say. Wait, didn't your? Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
we're just. We haven't had a good technology hates us segment in a while, so that's.
It's been a while since we've had a technology hate. I mean, that's tonight's theme is deep hurting.
That is a good pull right there.
Yeah.
One of my
It's
favorite
insane.
things from
I'm just
MST3K. Yeah.
Sure, we have a Patreon if people want to give us some equipment.
Sure, we have T-shirts for sale. No.
Sure, we have T-shirts for sale. Sure, we'll give out hand jobs.
I mean, I don't know, maybe.
I'm sure we have female listeners.
Depends. That's a good point. I never considered that. How terrible am I? Wow. Here I am just thinking about servicing guys. And now I wish I hadn't said that for someone to cut and edit later.
Oh, that's hilarious.
If this was an enthusiast, I would probably isolate that and put it at the end of this myself, but,
Oh, for sure. You'd have to.
Yeah. Shit. Oh, man. Why is that? That's so weird, though, isn't it? You say hand jobs and, brain immediately goes to jerking some...
Yeah, it's a ski pulling.
Yeah. I mean, there's a... Damn. I mean, you're going right for full up, aren't you?
You've got to be efficient.
I guess, yeah. I mean, that's what the self-service station's for at the gas stations,
Yeah, exactly right.
Pull in while one person's getting your gas, someone else gives you a little tug or whatever. And you can't do it too close to the car just in case there's any sort of spark or friction or whatever, because that could be a nightmare.
True. Yeah, I think I saw Mythbusters about this.
Yeah. That'd be a strange episode.
That would be a strange episode.
Yeah, you see all the assistants in the back, rock, paper, scissors on who's got to go out there and tug on
exactly.
old...
jerk off Adam Savage.
Yeah. Meanwhile, he's like, I don't care, any of you can.
Yeah, I mean, he's just like, I just need anything to happen down here.
Right. Just some sweet release, yeah.
Sweet, sweet release.
Oh, man. So, yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, what makes things worse with my the laptop thing is literally directly behind it is my Mac that the hard drive died on a few years ago, and I keep looking at it because if I could afford to put a new hard drive in that, it would be, even though that thing is from like 2011, it would be a better machine than what I'm using right now, which is amazing.
That's fair,
isn't it?
Yeah.
But I mean, mainly I just want it because it's massive monitor.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's one of the reasons I like to have my TV connected to my lappy. So I basically have a massive monitor too.
Right. Yeah. It's pretty sweet stuff.
It is sweet stuff. It's the sweetest.
Yeah. But anyway.
Anywho, I digress.
Yeah. Yeah. So how's your week been?
It's been an all right week so far, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could do without the heat wave earlier we had this week.
Yeah. I can't bitch about it, though.
Work fucking miserable.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it did. I was going to say, it's hard to complain about it, though, because it is October, or was, October.
Dude, all I know is it was 6 in the morning. I was just walking around writing stuff, and I was sweating. I'm like, this is not cool.
I sweat when I write, too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it meat sweats?
No, if it was meat sweats, I would totally get it.
Okay. I was going to say, it seems like you'd be okay with
next day Guinness sweats.
Yeah.
Totally would get it. No, it was just legit. It's fucking hot in this place sweats.
It's that picture that I found with that dude getting out of that golf cart and the whole backside of his tan shorts are soaked when it talks about, like your grundle being, swampy.
100% accurate.
It was a couple of those days because it's we've talked about this before, but for people who aren't from our area, Michigan, Ohio area, this area is very strange in spring and fall, especially at the beginning. Well, the beginning of fall, the end of spring, because you start in fall, we get days still that are 90, and then by the end of the week, it was in the 60s, I believe.
Yeah.
You know?
It was just, it was stupid.
Yeah, like lows in the 40s type difference. And, I mean, it was hot and humid and just awful. And then,
dude, it was brutal.
The days after that, it was fantastic. You know, it was like 70,
it was cool and crisp.
Nice breeze. Yeah. And then, you know, it's like I took the garbage out, Friday? And I took it out at like 2 a.m. and I'm like, you know, it's a little nipsies out here. You know, like I'm comfortable, but I can understand a lot of people around our area were like, oh my God, it's sweater weather. And I'm like, settle down.
Yeah, easy.
Like, are you from here? If so, you shouldn't be pulling sweaters out till like February.
Exactly.
So that's the
shorts.
I mean, I am, but you know, again, I tend to run like 1,000 degrees. So
yeah, you run hot.
Yeah, it is weird to me though, isn't it? Like you're from an area, and you know what to expect from the weather because you know we know what's going to happen here, and.
Right.
And yet, like, the second it drops, like, 10 degrees, people are like, oh, my God, and they're digging out their, like, you know, fall boots and jeans and sweaters and knit hats, and it's like, whoa, it's still 70, you know? Like,
well, you got to remember one thing, Brian.
What's that?
People are idiots.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Except for our listeners. They're the best.
Right, they're the best, you're right.
Yeah.
I did appreciate how people were bitching about the heat, though. You know,
that was just stupid.
Well, no, it was just funny. Like the average person, you know, like I'd see on Facebook or whatever, and they're just like, "Man, it's gonna be so hot," and it's like, by the end of the week, it's gonna be like 60s. Like,
yeah,
shut up, because we're not given this area. We are very likely to next week be in the 40s. The way this goes, you know, we never know here.
Like, honestly, the only reason I'm bitching is because, like, where I work in the building I'm in, there's literally, like, 5 furnaces, and none of the heat gets out of the building over there.
Right.
So when it's hot outside, it's so hot in there.
Right. You do work in hell. I mean, you know.
It kind of, sometimes it feels like it.
For those who don't know, Tony just whips tortured souls in hell for work.
It's pretty, I mean, the commute sucks.
Yeah. It's a pretty cool job, though. Yeah.
It's cool.
Well,
job.
I mean, it's not. It's hot, but you know what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. Boss is cool.
Yeah. Let you get away with a lot of shit, I bet. Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. Oh, there's your idea for your helmet. Can you affix horns to it?
That would be amazing.
And I don't mean like little tiny horns, of course. I mean like giant, like
like Hellboy horns.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
It would be awesome.
Pretty sure they would be like, yeah, those have to go.
Yeah, those need to get out of here. No, I do have something that for multiple weeks, I've been forgetting to talk about.
Okay.
And I added it to my notes. I'm like, I cannot forget to talk about this again.
Okay.
But, you know, was it probably 3 or 4 weeks ago? Hanno and Neil and Annalise, and they were all in Jamaica.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And I get a text from Hanno. He's like, hey, what's your address? Because I got a little gift for you. Oh, yeah, that was nice of him. So I text my address, and, you know, a few days later, this little bubble envelope shows up, and I'm holding it. I'm like, I think he got me a T-shirt or something. This is cool.
Right.
And I open it up, and it's these.
You have to make sure you post a picture of them.
Yeah, I need to, but I'm trying to figure out the best way to take the picture.
I would prefer it if you're not wearing them. Yeah.
So there are these little shorty shorts, and I'm about 90% sure they're women's shorts.
Oh, they are. They're definitely women. No, they are. I've confirmed it.
All right, fair enough. They're these little shorty shorts, and it says "Stay Salty" on the leg, and they're like a light green, and you know, all this stuff.
Yeah.
They're very comfortable.
Right.
I do actually wear them more than people realize.
Which is terrifying, because I've seen these shorts.
But I really do need to get a picture put up on our Salty Language Instagram there. I'm just trying to figure out the best way.
Right. Yeah, to where you're not showing some neck. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, yeah, they don't leave much
right.
imagination.
We understand that the tie sticks out through the suit coat. You know, like...
Like, I'll have to make sure I put on some of my fun boxers, because they'll for sure hang out past the legs of the shorty shorts.
Right. Yeah, Heno texted me while they were there, the picture of them, and I'm like, oh, those, and I was like, those are awesome, whatever. Because I've been doing that. Like, whenever I'm out somewhere, if I see something that says salty or stay salty, I tend to take a picture of it.
Right.
And, he said something about getting them for you, and I was like, oh my God, yes. And, and then he was like, basically it was kind of then I believe he said, like, he had to go through the process of how short should he get them, basically. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, like I said, man.
Because there was no chance at all that you weren't going to receive them well. Absolutely going to be like, oh, these are, even if you never wore them, it'd be like, these are fantastic because.
Oh, yeah. I open it up. I'm like, this is so fucking funny.
Yeah.
And plus, stay salty. I mean, it's
sure,
great.
Right? Yeah, perfect.
But I mean, there has been multiple times I'll go home from work, I hop in the shower, and then we'll be doing stuff around the house, and Michelle comes around the corner, she's like, "Really?" I'm like, they're so comfortable. I don't know.
You're like, you might as well not wear anything.
It's like I'm not leaving.
Boy, I'd hope not.
They're so comfortable.
They're the shorts equivalent of wearing the slightly open robe that old men tend to do.
Yeah, basically. Super comfy, very airy.
Right. If you have a problem with what's going on here, that's a you thing, not a me thing.
Yeah, so I apologize to Heno. This Tammy doesn't want to talk about it because I kept forgetting.
Right.
Yeah. But they're fantastic.
Yeah. That's why I said, as soon as he said something about getting them for you, I was like, oh my God, yes. And then my second thing was, thank God I'm fat enough he can't get a size for me.
So now that I've officially put it on the podcast, now I'm locked into posting it sometime this upcoming week on the Instagram.
Right. Yeah.
There you go. It's over, Johnny. I'm sorry.
Oh, man, I do not recommend following Tony in the next week.
Exactly. It's going to be like one of those Instagrams where it's, like a couple slides. Maybe one of them will have like the old leg up kind of situation, the old Captain Morgan.
Oh my. Yep.
Good, clean fun.
Right.
Yeah.
How'd they get those shorts on that bear's? Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
That's no bear. I think.
But yeah, that was I got other stuff to have. How was your week, Brian?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I've really not been doing anything. I was thinking about it the other night. I just really have done not much other than trying to get eBay what have you's done, and I trying to think what else I've done. I've entered a lot of contests because I figure I'm due. So no.
You do have a tendency to win contests.
Yeah, I do. I hate being all like. I prefer to subscribe to the Al Bundy policy in most ways, which is when you experience good luck, you don't talk about it because then when you start experiencing good luck, you immediately start accumulating as much bad luck. It's just a matter of time before the scale tips, and it's simple Bundynomics, as he says.
Bundynomics.
Yeah.
We should teach Bundynomics.
Oh, man, I'd love to.
Should be your master class.
You're right. What was I thinking?
Yeah, what were you
Should have been on the Golden Girls or something,
For sure.
Yeah.
We have some master class answers, by the way.
Do we? Good.
We do.
Because I have a couple, but...
Like Garrett answered in our Twitter group, and I believe Michelle answered on Instagram.
Oh, neat. I somehow missed all of that. Good. Anyway. But you're right. I've won quite a bit over the years. So
yeah.
And there seems to be a limit, though. Like, there's like $1,000 limit on my winning. Which ain't bad.
I mean, that's better than the limit on my winning, which has been nil.
That's what
shit.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it is interesting how there does seem to be like that's the cap,
Right.
Which is fine. I've won some pretty cool stuff. So
yeah, there you go.
It's I've just been doing it though because a lot of times I'll just be sitting around and I'm kind of bored. So I found this thing where I just been entering different things just for just for shits and giggles, basically. And so far, no luck, but whatever,
Hey, you never know. Hooks in the water, man.
Yeah, exactly. I guess.
Hooks
I don't know.
in the water.
Yeah. So yeah, that's been about it for me. I really haven't done. Trying to think if there's anything else I've done this week. It's been a real quiet week for me. Just, I don't know. I'm kind of, I don't know. I've just been feeling kind of weird. I think it's the weather. Because I know every year this time, I think part of my brain starts going, oh shit, seasonal depression's coming. Basically,
right.
like I'm Jon Snow.
Right.
But aside from that, everything's been everything be alright.
everything be ID, huh?
Yeah, everything's going all right. So
Yeah, fair enough, mate.
yeah, can't really complain other than this laptop that I don't want to complain too much about because I'm afraid it'll start smoking and kill me or something.
I mean, it might turn into some sort of weird possession situation.
That'd be weird.
Might have to get an exorcist instead of Geek Squad.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be funny if Geek Squad had an exorcist?
That would be a great
Or
idea.
better yet, they just have a priest. Like,
Yeah.
they come out and it just gives your computer last rites. And you're like, oh,
Yeah.
shit. And they're like, yeah, sorry. Damn it.
I love it.
All right, that's my new job. I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to get certified by one of these online gimmicks and then start going around doing, last rites on. I know that's a Catholic thing, I think, right?
I think so. I like
Whatever.
the idea of you having a bucket of holy water and just dunking electronics in it, trying to exercise them.
Right. The power of jobs compels you. The power of jobs compels you.
Yeah, you have a turtleneck on.
Or Gates if it's, a PC. So,
That's true. That's true.
yeah. Shit. Good shit. So, yeah, that's like I said, that's basically it, man. I do have one thing I did for myself here.
Yeah?
Yeah, I had a couple dollars, like birthday money, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And Funko put up the Samurai Jack Aku 2-pack on their site, and
Oh, nice.
I was able to get it. Dude, it sold out in 2 minutes.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Luckily, I was sitting here waiting, and the second it went on sale, I'm just mashing the keyboard, so.
I guess it deserves one of these.
Yeah, it definitely did. And I just got the email from them today that it's on its way, so.
Nice.
By next week, I should have it. Yeah, like I've said before, it's those things make me really happy for some dumb reason, I like getting those. And there's certain ones that, especially when there's some nostalgia tied to it. I mean, as anyone who's listened when I've talked about Samurai Jack knows, I'm fairly passionate about that. So
Yeah, it's a great show.
yeah, I was super, super geeked that I was able to get those.
Stoked.
Well, because a lot of the stuff from the New York Comic Con is shared at GameStop or Target or whatever, and the Samurai Jack one, they were it got closer and closer to the time, and it's dude, I haven't seen a shared exclusive thing. Come on, I'm like, man, please don't tell me it's a con only one, because if so, it's going to be $100 or something, like the Ren and Stimpy Happy Happy Joy one.
Right.
Those still go for $70 for the pair. And I still really want those because, again, nostalgia,
Well, yeah, Space Madness.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot better.
I was actually talking about that episode earlier today. It's
Really?
So weird.
Nice.
Yeah.
They were going for $150 for a while, so they've come way down, thank God. But I still haven't, that's still above my line,
Yeah, I pulled the trigger on it.
No. I mean, not unless I happen to be on eBay and somehow somebody was like, I'm going to list them for $20. Then, yeah, I would, but otherwise, no. But yeah, and then a few days before, they were like, oh, these are going to be Funko Shop ones. And I'm like, man, because Funko was going to have 10 different exclusives that day, which means you've got, even if each person going on there is only interested in one, that's still a ton of traffic going to their site that day.
Right.
And I was like, man, and the Samurai Jack one I know was one of the more popular ones. So I was honestly shocked I was able to get one. So.
Well, there you go.
I was quite happy, and hopefully it's quite nice.
I'm sure it will be quite nice.
Yeah. So there were some other ones that I thought were pretty cool. They had one of Marty McFly when he's in the the Biohazard suit when he
Oh,
says
that's
he's
pretty cool.
I can't remember the line, but I think where he says he's Darth Vader or whatever.
Right.
You know, from the planet Vulcan, because I believe he's got his hand out, like the live long and prosper thing. But so yeah, good shit though.
Good shit.
So yeah,
man.
that was the highlight of my week.
Yeah,
I
fair
got a
enough.
toy.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. But
I mean, my big day was probably today, with the exception of an incident that happened before work on Friday.
was it because of the laptop thing that made your day?
Oh, definitely. No, like on Fridays I go to work stupid early. Like I got to be there at 4:30, so I get up at 3. It's a whole situation.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But like an idiot. Like I set up my coffee pot, so the timer goes off. It got hot. I just have to come out and pour. And I was getting ready to walk out the door, and I'm pouring my coffee, and just like it's just nothing but hot water. Totally forgot to put the coffee grounds in. Like
Time
a
for tea.
moron.
Yep.
Yeah. But I was already planning on leaving early because every week at work they do a little football pick'em pool.
Yeah.
It's like a $5 buy-in, and I forgot to pull out cash. I was like, "Fuck, I got to go hit the ATM, pull up, break a 20 because already or whatever." The idea I have to break the 20 because I know the dude that has it always has change. Because everyone's buying in.
Yeah. Right.
So, but I was like, I need to get money. So
That guy's literally walking around with one of those old, like those change makers on him with the coins.
That would be hilarious.
How much you need?
Ching, 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 ching.
Yeah.
But walking the Speedway at like, I don't know, 3:45 in the morning or something.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, well, now I don't have coffee. I'm going to break this 20, so we'll dial this all.
Well, sure, you
in.
got to get yourself some hot breakfast sandwiches too.
Remember
gas station breakfast
the worst
sandwiches?
muffin ever had in my life.
Oh no, I was making the call. You remember, gas station breakfast sandwiches?
Oh yeah, the old callback.
Yep. Sorry, God. So the
No,
worst
I
muffin of your life, you say?
Oh, it was amazing. No, it was the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
Like it was one of those weird muffins you like grab and you're like, oh, the outside's so moist, it's gonna be delicious. So you bite into it, but it's pretty much made of sand.
Delicious. Those are my favorite.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Hey, but Speedway was oddly busy for the time of day it was.
Yeah. Right.
Friday morning, 3:45.
Mm-hmm.
Dude in front of me starts hollering at the guy. Like he's not even like he put some stuff on the counter. I'm filling up my coffee. He's over by the hot dog machine, getting hot dogs, and he's yelling at the dude working. Like, hey man, you got any more hot dogs? The guy's like, no, he doesn't.
Yeah.
This gentleman in front of me, he was buying condoms and hot dogs, Brian.
Well, you got to
Condoms and
get the essentials. He likes that snap when he bites into them. You don't. Yeah, you don't do that with for the casing.
I was just
Pro tip:
away
don't
by
get the lubed ones.
Yeah, that tastes terrible.
Yeah, I've never had a textured hot dog before.
Oh, it was for my pleasure.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was kind of blown away by the whole thing.
Yeah.
And all I could think, I was like, I bet you it was because it's Thursday. I bet you it's like Thirsty Thursdays and bars closed like an hour or so ago.
Probably, yeah.
He might have some chick out in his car. He's like, they got to get some food and go home and bang.
Right. Well, who knows, man? Who knows where those hot dogs are ending up?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's a sick game he likes to play.
Could be, yeah. Maybe my friend that's a doctor will end up extracting them for him.
Yeah, maybe. I can only hope.
I mean, there's worse things to pull out of there, I guess.
I suppose. I mean, it could be a Johnsonville Broad, I guess. If you want something a little girthier.
Yeah. Well, you got to work up to it. You got to start with gas
true.
station ones, those real thin, long ones. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a starter dong.
Right. Or maybe he's got a prostate exam coming up, and he's just working his way up to be accommodating to the doctor.
Yeah, working his way up to one of those big dopey smoke sausages you see in that weird section of the grocery store.
Yeah. Or maybe he has a doctor like that one you had with the gigantic knuckles.
Yeah, Dr. Arthritis Knuckle.
Is that a wrist?
Jesus
Oh my God.
Christ.
How's your finger have a wrist?
Yeah, exactly. Why do your joints look like anal beads? What are we doing here?
You'll see in a minute.
Oh,
Like-
horrifying.
He's pulling his finger out, and you're like, can we just be done with this? He's
Why
one
are we
knuckle
doing
at a
it slowly,
time.
One at a time.
Yeah. Oh man.
No, but today was a nice little day. We, we're like Apple Lumpkin Fest, which is like an apple pumpkin situation in Tecumseh, Michigan.
Please tell me they crossbreed them.
Dude, imagine pumpkins growing out of a tree.
I'm just thinking of the pies, my friend.
That'd be delicious.
Apple lumpkin pies.
But so we made the decision to go to Apple Lumpkin Fest today.
I just don't like how this sounds at all. It almost sounds like you're saying a blumpkin. So
It's pretty close.
a plumpkin,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, and it's one of these like I went once before, but it was it was really crowded and it just wasn't a good scene.
Yeah.
All in all, for stuff I'm not really going to get into right now.
Fair enough.
But so I'm like, all right, let's go. We hop in the car. We make a pit stop in Dundee because I got to get a cigar because I'm like, oh, it's an outdoor festival. It'd be nice to have a smoke.
Right. And if someone sasses you, you can put it out in their eye.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Boss Hog style.
Right.
Stop by Tractor Supply because I'm trying to find work pants. Could have bought some sick cowboy boots.
And a tractor.
Or whatever.
Right.
But so we're going down to Apple Lumpkin Fest, and it's in downtown. Like they shut down the main road,
Right.
which has got to be a nightmare because that's actually a pretty busy road that goes through Tecumseh.
Is it a dirt road? It's not, I know.
The old dirt road.
No. I'm just because it's a small area. That's all.
Yeah, fair enough.
No, Tecumseh's bigger than that. Yeah.
But so I'm like rounding the bend to go into downtown Tecumseh. I'm like, this is weird. I was here a couple years ago, and it was right here. Where's the festival at?
Well, you see, Tony, the mist happened, and
Right?
yeah.
And then like Michelle's like, well, are you sure it's like this weekend? I'm like, yeah. I looked online. I'm like, look, that banner right there. It says October 12th.
It
Yeah,
says, it says October
next weekend,
12th.
Tony.
I was going to say it says October 12th, and then you realize it says like 1862 on it.
So I went, oh.
Wow.
I'm like, well, we're in Tecumseh. Let's make the most
There's
of it.
worse places to be randomly end up at.
There
yeah.
is.
Because there's
So
definitely.
we peruse some weird antique store, waiting for the brewery to open to have lunch.
Sure.
And
You should have just stood
wanted to-
outside the brewery beating on the window until they opened.
I thought about it.
I
was
need
starving.
beer. Oh, yeah, food too. Yeah.
Yeah. And, there's a really great, fancy cheese store down there. And,
Right.
and it's like, oh, let's go in there. So we bought some cheese and stuff. And
Naturally, as one does.
actually, I bought some, they had some Dragon's Milk Reserve, the new one.
Ooh.
I'll have to get you a bottle of it.
Cool, because
'Cause
what you call it up here, liquor cabinet sold out mad quick on it. So
It's that oatmeal cookie one.
yeah, I know. I was like, ooh, whoa, it's sold out already.
Yeah, I got a 4-pack of it.
Sweet.
I texted Mike. Actually, it's weird. I never heard back from him. Texted Mike like, "Hey, buddy, look what I found. I'll save you a bottle. I'll make sure I save you a bottle too, Stuart."
Sweet.
Yeah,
Whoa.
but yeah, I had a delicious lunch in the brewery. It was fantastic.
Now, I
had a couple beers.
I have a quick question to ask you about the brewery.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Did you Creole season them tots? I saw that picture, that
Of course I
pastrami
Creole
sandwich.
seasoned the tots.
Dude,
The
the last
sandwich was amazing,
you've
by the
killed
way.
me in the last couple days, man, with that breakfast pic you posted yesterday, I think it was, or the day before.
Dale's Diner,
Dude.
Oh,
Man, I was like, wow, I'm glad I've got some room in my shorts while I'm wearing these, or while I'm
Yeah.
looking at this, and then seeing that pastrami and those tots, because I've had those tots, so fuck.
Well, it
Yeah.
was like
Anyway.
like Michelle's been sick and her mouth's been hurting her, and just she's like, I'm starving, I'm so hungry. I'm like, well, let's just go get something soft like pancakes or something. Let's
Beer,
just
right.
go eat breakfast.
Oh yeah,
So we went to Dale's Diner, which she'd never been to. It's out in Waterville.
Yeah.
I've been there. It's pretty good stuff, but
yeah.
I really wanted a pancake, and that's when I was like, I ordered my big ass breakfast. I'm like, you know what? Bring us a pancake too, and that thing looked like a goddamn wagon wheel.
That thing was huge. Yeah, you ain't kidding
It
about
was
that.
thin. It was a thin pancake, but it was it had a
Yeah.
good diameter to it.
It was not thick.
It wasn't thick, man.
Yeah. But no, it was a good sized pancake though. I mean, it wasn't like a crepe. It wasn't that thin, but it was.
No.
Yeah.
But man, that was a good ass breakfast.
Yeah. Dude, oh man, I seriously almost just ate my phone looking at that because I.
Yeah, I apologize. I should warn you next time.
You should put a damn warning up there, man. Like, don't
right?
NSFW, man. What if I was in public? You know,
For sure.
like, oh, geez, what am I going to do with this now? People are like, oh my god, and be like, no, look, and then they're doing it too. You know,
It all makes sense.
yeah.
All makes sense.
Yep.
Well, yeah, we, hit an apple orchard, got some donuts and fucking apples and shit, and
Nice.
then
Oh,
we
I
came back here and had a fancy cheese party. It was nice.
like it. Well, speaking of
Because
apples,
at that cheese store, they have, you could buy like grab bags, and they just take the little ends of the cheeses that isn't enough to really sell and
Right.
just throw them in a bag.
oh, that's a great idea.
Dude, there's this one cheese in there. It's like a really soft, kind of a cheddary kind of taste to it, but it's made of like mustard seeds, so it tastes like mustard.
That's weird.
I just want it on a hamburger for days.
Ooh, yeah, that'd probably be all right, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd
Yeah.
be amazing. Like next time I go to that store, I want to be like, hey, I got a grab bag from you guys, and there's a really soft, delicious cheese that tastes like mustard. What is that?
It'd be funny if they're like, we don't know what you're talking about. Like, we don't
Yeah,
have any.
we've never had a cheese like that.
No, not at all.
That's why I was on music.
Like, that sounds disgusting. Why would you want that? No, like, oh.
And it was so good.
Meanwhile, you leave, and in the back, they're like, mwah, and they're just, nom, nom, nom.
Oh, I actually have a new sound that's perfect for this. Little Princess Bride for you, Brian.
Right.
I realize our soundboard has not had obnoxious laughter on it.
Yeah, that's true. It hasn't. Yeah.
We
No,
really
normally
need
I
obnoxious
just
laughter.
provide that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, speaking of apples, I forgot about that. It was funny because on the Crazy Life, Heno asked me if I listened to, in the revisionist history thread, he pushed out an episode of a podcast called The Happiness Lab. And
Okay.
Heno asked me if I'd listened to it, and I said, no. I said, I was going to. I said, but the night before, I was like, I'm going to listen to one more podcast, and I'm like, and I saw that, and then I saw that the Sporkful had an episode that said, blah, blah, new Apple. And, I mean, you know me and Apple, so I was like, well,
Yeah, it's true.
I got to listen to the Apple one. And, yeah, but he turns out in December, it looks like there's a new Apple called the Cosmic Crisp coming out.
Cosmic Crisp.
Yeah. And I'll have a link in the show notes.
Going to be?
It's one of the parent apples is Honeycrisp, which they used a lot for the profile or whatever. And I can't remember what the other apple was that they used. But I guess the state of Washington has been working on this apple for 20 years.
Oh my God!
Because
It's crazy to me.
well, the state of Washington, you know, their main apple is the Red Delicious, which is only half of that name is true. And
Yeah, it's for sure red.
It's
it should
red.
Be called the red garbage.
Yeah.
The red dumpster fire.
that is exactly what it should be called. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're not great anymore.
No.
Which there's a lot of theories on. Apparently, like, as apples grow sometimes, they can kind of, like, the taste of the apple can kind of, like, mutate, essentially. And there's some people that seem to think that's kind of what's happened with the Red Delicious. And I'm like, well, if that's the case, why don't they go back in and engineer the Red Delicious a little bit
Yeah.
to make it taste better? I mean, they do
Yeah,
it with
yeah,
bananas all the
exactly.
time, you know?
Or change the name to the red mealy piece of shit.
Which, again, I feel is a more accurate name for it.
Yeah.
So as a result, you know, over the last, I don't know how many years, I haven't let a Red Delicious touch my mouth in, you know, a long time because
No, they're pretty. You know what? They're good to look at.
yes, now,
They're a pretty apple.
well, here's the
But
thing.
as soon as you bite into it, you immediately want to dive headfirst into traffic.
All right. So right now, while we're talking, pull up CosmicCrisp.com.
Oh
Okay.
shit!
You need to have a look at this apple. Because,
All right.
like, seriously, they
We do this every year.
I know.
We go deep into apples.
I know. Well, I mean, dude, I've been crushing Sweet Tangos because we're in season for those right now. So
It's true.
I've been
It's
just
true.
destroying those lately.
All right.
So anyway, so the state of Washington wanted to get in on this, what's called club apples, right? And club apples
Right.
basically are these smaller ones like Honeycrisp or Jazz apples, Gala, Fuji, you know, all those kind, Pink Lady, those kind of apples. That basically there's copy or trademarks on them, and in order to be able to grow them, you have to buy into the club, like a co-op kind of a situation.
Okay.
So that's why they're
interesting.
called club apples, right? Well,
Right.
as you notice at the store, these apples tend to not be as cheap as, red mealy pieces of shit. So
Yeah, the old red mealy piece of shit.
right, like if you want Honeycrisp, they cost more money. And Washington's kind of like, hey, our mealy pieces of shit aren't selling like they used to.
Yeah, well, why do we have an excess of these pieces of
Yeah,
garbage?
we want in.
Oh, look, the deer don't even want to eat them.
Right? We want in on these better apples. So they've been working with the University of Washington on it and getting, this done. Because in the end, they're talking like this apple, if it does well, it could mean like hundreds of millions of dollars. I didn't realize the apple industry had was throwing around that kind of money. But
yeah, who knew, right?
Yeah. But apparently they're super juicy and tart and sweet, but not overly any of that. And they look incredible because, again, of the breeding, basically.
Yeah.
It's like they took someone with a good personality and bred them with someone who's gorgeous, and ta-da,
right.
here it is. Cosmic Crisp. So
Cosmic Crisp.
There's my commercial for the new apples. So I'm hoping we're in an area that can get them in December because they said this year they might be a little sparse. But by next year, they said they will be everywhere. So, but I didn't see if there's going to be a season on them.
I went to like orchards and farmers markets. How many different types of apples there are?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Wow, there was a new apple today we got. I wish I could remember the name of it now.
Mm-hmm. That's why
this is very anticlimactic because I will not be able to remember it.
Right. That's why I've gotten to where I look at the grocery store every time I go. Is like, is there something
like
here?
Jonah Mac, like a cross between a Mac and a Jonathan.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah. I think that's what it was.
Yeah,
I don't know. Wouldn't that be great to just be somebody you're like, all right, I'm just gonna for the next 20 years, I'm gonna make apple trees fuck, and I'm gonna eat their children and see which one's the most delicious.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna mass produce those children.
Yeah, exactly. I guess not their children, their seed.
Their seed, yeah. But again, since they'll own the rights to it, they can control where it's made. Like right now, they're only letting apple growers in Washington grow these apples.
Right.
Because again, the whole intent was to, make the Washington apple growers more money because they were losing market share. Because all these other better apples were coming out, and people are like, it's like if you notice at the grocery store and stuff, you notice that there isn't like this massive display of Red Delicious and then other apples anymore. Now there's like a whole thing at Kroger of just various types of apples, and then around like the side, there's like, oh, here's some bags of these, red pieces of shit.
Conveniently right next to the garbage can.
That's where they should be. Yeah.
Yeah, I agreed.
Those should be the ones they give out like free fruit for kids or whatever. Just like here.
Kids are even like, I haven't eaten in 2 weeks, but I'm good.
Yeah. I know we're being pretty harsh on them, but I don't even like using them for like baking stuff and whatever. No, I just don't.
I don't like using them for anything.
Not fried apples, nothing. There's just.
I won't even put them on somebody's head if I'm shooting arrows at them.
I would. I mean, I'm not going to shoot the apple, but Well, in that case, I might. But
yeah, I don't know.
All right.
If you like a Red Delicious apple, fuck you. That's what I'm saying.
Did you see a picture of them on that site?
Yeah, there's a good looking apple.
Pretty sexy looking apple. Yeah.
I mean, I might just take that picture later and use it myself.
I understand. You know what I'm saying?
I also celebrate the apple.
The worst part is that, now it's like, damn it, I got all excited about these, and now I got to wait till December for them. It's like Christmas, Everybody else is like, oh, all these presents, and I'm like, give me them apples.
Just rip open some packaging, and there's a bag of apples. Yes!
Score!
That's what I wanted.
Yeah. Santa's like, I got you.
Oh.
Like, finally.
I mean, speaking of things you can eat like an apple, have you seen that new thing Glenlivet came out with?
Wow, I was really hoping this was going to be a different kind of... No, yeah, I did.
Are we talking about, speaking of things you can eat like an apple, I've already told you about a strippers of Key West ass.
I believe that's where we first talked about it, wasn't it?
It is.
I think that's the first time we referenced that on here,
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw these. Do you have more details on them? Because I can't remember exactly. I know they're like pods of liquor, but...
It's basically like the Tide Pod Challenge, but with scotch.
Okay, which is a much better thing to ingest.
Yeah, so Glenlivet, with the world's second best brand, I like how they say that, second best selling brand of scotch, has unveiled its capsule collection. which is glassless cocktails. They're made from some sort of weird seaweed extract.
Delicious.
I don't know.
Yeah, the outside of it, so it does.
Yeah.
So you can dissolve it. Yeah, it's
But
probably like
each capsule contains 23 milliliters of booze, and you just pop the whole thing in your mouth and you bite it,
right.
and then you can eat the capsule too, because
Right.
it's,
Yeah, it's seaweed.
biodegradable.
Huh.
Right?
This seems really convenient for like when we're at like booze fests or whatever, and they're like, "Hey, come try our scotch or something." It's just like,
Oh, I thought you meant just to carry around with us.
oh yeah. Well, that I would have just said for anything then. Like kids' birthday parties, school
Yeah.
outings, whatever.
So if I'm like, Brian, would you like a gusher? And I hand you a gusher full of scotch,
I mean, sounds all right to me.
right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you know what surprises me about this is that it's Glenlivet doing it. That
Yeah,
it
it
isn't
seems like
some cheap scotch.
It's not like Four Loko or something.
Yeah. That's more of what I would have figured it would be. It's kind of like if this was a different type of whiskey doing it, it would be like if Jack Daniels did it, I'd be like, this makes sense. Or if
Right,
Jameson.
Fireball.
Fireball would be the perfect one. You're right. Yeah, Fireball did it, I'd be like, this makes so much sense.
Well, what I'm curious about.
Because you could kiss someone and you could each bite into it. Anyway,
Aw, adorable. No.
I'm not sharing
No,
scotch.
what I'm curious about is like, what does it make? Because obviously Scotch has got a high alcohol content,
What?
right?
Since when?
How does the alcohol not eat away at whatever this capsule is?
Yeah, good question. I don't know. Probably some, nano mesh inside of it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Good question.
The only thing it says is that this is all in London right now because it's not been approved by the United States for consumption yet.
Because they understand that we can't be responsible with such things.
Yeah, we cannot be responsible for basically pop in your mouth cocktails.
Right. Hey, how many can I fit in my mouth at once?
Yeah, exactly. Watch me hammer this one in my asshole.
And hope it pops when I do. You
Yeah,
see, I was being literal with it, like you were actually like you're actually hammering it into your asshole. Ouch!
I mean, naturally, as one does.
Ouch! Pushing in with one of those gas station hot dogs.
That's what the condom's for.
Yep. Gotta stay clean, right?
Yeah, I was surprised when I saw this. I was like, but part of me was like, this is a terrible idea. But the other part of me was like, this is a brilliant idea.
Well, do you know my favorite part of this was I keep seeing people who are like, just when we got over the Tide Pod thing, dirt. And it's like, okay, first of all, anyone who ingests Tide Pods, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. I don't know what those Tide Pods are doing to your insides, but you deserve every
it, yeah.
ounce of it.
Now, with Scotch, it's like they're not being marketed at children. They're not going to be they shouldn't be anyway, in a giant container sitting just willy-nilly in your laundry room where a kid might go, hey, what's this? And cram them in their face. Generally they're probably going to be by your bedstand or something, for a little pick-me-up when you wake up,
Exactly. But, and let's be honest. I mean, Scotch is an acquired taste.
Oh, for
If some
sure.
kid pops one of these capsules in their mouth, they're probably going to think they're dying.
I also kind of feel like they deserve what they get. Because, like you said, it is definitely an acquired taste. Most people don't taste Scotch the first time and go, this is fantastic.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh, God, how do you drink that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, let me have another one, It's like, no, seriously, the second one's way better,
Oh, for sure.
I did see that they were talking
I want a Scotch now. No, we're talking about it.
I saw they
It's
were originally
delicious.
talking about like using these. You could mix a drink with them. Like if you had something else, you could just toss this in basically and pop it and squirt the Scotch right in. And it's just like in my head, I'm just picturing having a little container you carry in your pocket that's got like 6 of them in it.
Yeah, this is my bar.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it, but it is weird.
Yeah. That was the thing.
I could say is it doesn't look as cool as a bottle on a shelf, but these would be great for like camping, kayaking.
Yeah,
shit
where
like
having
that.
a bottle is a little less convenient. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, in my backpack, there's only a couple things. I have, a water filter, a bottle of Scotch, and then various foodstuffs. That's pretty much. Oh, and my pocket
Condoms,
fisherman,
hot dogs,
and condoms and hot dogs, of course. Yeah.
naturally.
Well, you got to eat. You got to be able
the
to.
essentials.
Right. You got to be able to catch fish somehow.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't. I'm with you. I don't have a problem with it, and that's why I said it made me laugh with people, talking about the Tide Pod thing, because I'm like, the problem with the Tide Pods is that it's a chemical. I mean, don't get me wrong, booze is poison, but booze is also life, so whatever. You know,
exactly. But it's poison with a purpose.
Yeah. Like, Tide is not meant to be ingested, so there's a real issue with anyone putting that in their face. At least with Scotch, if adults are using these, it's generally like, well, you know, no different than standing there doing shots. Which,
Right.
if you're doing shots of Scotch, I mean, boy, you got some cojones.
I think that's the only thing that I don't like about it is because these things you put in your mouth and like that's what you're drinking. Here's a whole mouthful of Scotch.
Yeah, at one time too. It's not like a sip of Scotch. Yeah,
which I like to kind of sip and let it like swish around a little bit and taste it, and you know.
Right. Well,
that's my only real complaint.
I mean, I'm sure, like, you know, they're probably like, you know, we're really tired of Fireball and Jameson getting all the whiskey shot money, so. Like,
I mean, yeah.
Can we get involved? Right? I don't know. Like I said, people don't tend to do shots of Scotch, so I'm not really sure what their intent fully was, other than, like I said, maybe you could, you know, like what would really happen is like you go to a bar and you're like, can I have a, I don't know, whatever, ginger ale or something, and just, you know, bring the pod yourself.
Yeah, just drop a little pod into it.
Yeah, they think it's a nice cube.
No thing.
Yeah. Like, man, this is some good ginger ale. Like, sir, are you okay? You've had 3 ginger ales and you can't even get back on your chair. I'm fine.
Don't you tell me what I can't do.
Yeah. So you've been just dropping like 14, you know, pods in there.
It's got basically like the Rambo bandolier of pods across his chest.
Yeah. That'd be great. Oh my God. If they give those out at any sort of a festival kind of a thing, and they don't do that, they're missing a great opportunity there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Or have someone dressed as Chewbacca or something like that, you know?
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah. I walked out in the kitchen last night, and when I turned around, they had 2.5 Men on TV, which...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Did you immediately just burn the whole living room down?
I did, yeah. No.
You should have.
The one guy, I heard the one guy order whiskey and or bourbon, I'm sorry, and the bartender, when she serves it to him, it's in just like a regular glass, and dude, it was a stiff double of bourbon, and I'm like, first of all, he didn't order more than a shot of bourbon, so she's either being super nice to him or, you know, wasting the bar's money. But I was like, who the fuck serves bourbon in a regular glass? Like,
Nobody.
Not even
Savages.
Yeah, it was like, you know, when you go to those bars and they give you like those I don't know, probably like 12-ounce like glasses that are like, I don't want to say Pilsner glasses, but you know what I'm talking about. They're kind of just long and straight, basically.
Yeah.
They don't really curve out. They're just straight. That's the kind of glass it was. I'm like, how are you not serving that in a rocks glass or something that's a smaller glass than that?
Something that looks like whiskey belongs in.
Even a shot glass, because, you know, some places, that's all they give you for bourbon. Is I've been places where I've ordered a bourbon, got a shot glass, and I'm like, what is this? I want to enjoy my bourbon. I'm not shooting it.
I don't want to shoot it to the face.
Yeah, it's like if I was shooting it, I wouldn't have ordered the kind I ordered. I would have ordered something cheap, you know?
Well, shit. Friday after work, I was like, man, I got to get some lunch. I went to little Pat and Dandy's, you know, a little sports bar.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, this is like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm sitting there, and this dude walks in. The bartender's like, hey. He's like, hey. She's like, still drinking Bud Light? Yep. He sits down at the bar, and she goes, still want a shot? Yep. Make it a double? Yup. Like,
wow.
God damn, it's 1 o'clock and Jesus Christ.
Well, and clearly, you know, does this
Obviously,
enough.
This is a habit.
Yeah, like she's like, he walks in and she's like, do you want the Rick Special? Which is, you know, a Bud Light and a shot.
Yeah, Bud Light and double shot.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that was something.
Wow. What do you get a shot of? Do you
I
remember?
didn't even know.
I was just curious. I always like to see what people get a shot of when they order Bud Light. Because I've seen it at Rockies different times, where the one time I was in there, me and T were in there, and this guy comes in and sits down, and the bartender was like, Bud Light? And he goes, yep. And then he goes, you know what? He's like, give me a double shot of, what was it? I'm trying to think. It was a whiskey. It was Bullet, actually. It was Bullet Rye. That's what it was. He's like, give me a double of Bullet Rye. And I'm like, that's so weird to drink Bullet and Bud Light. Like,
Bud Light.
I guess you could have a water to space or something. I don't.
Yeah, Bud Light's a spacer.
Yeah. I was like, all right. Well, I mean, I guess in fairness, you know, if you were drinking, like, if he's like, I don't know, give me Dragon's Milk or something and two whiskeys, I'd be like, whoo, boy. Like,
yeah.
Yikes. Someone's had a rough day.
Yeah, somebody's hardcore.
Yeah. Hope somebody's not driving home.
I mean, they are just not well.
Well, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
As long as they're off the streets, it's fine.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh, shit, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, did you see what Wendy's is up to this week?
More body parts in chili?
I hope so.
Mm-mm-mm.
No, dude, they released a tabletop RPG where you have to fight McDonald's.
That's pretty funny. I knew they dropped an RPG, but I didn't know that you're against McDonald's. That's funny.
Yeah, well, it's like you've got to save the world from McDonald's, but in the game it's the United Clown Nations.
Oh,
apparently.
Well, that easily could have been them attacking Juggalos.
Well, true, but
and I would prefer it that way. Like, I wish Wendy's would just take on Juggalos head on. Feed them spicy nugs until they just keel over.
But it's like, according to this article, it's free.
Really?
The game book that they released for it is 97 pages.
Wow. I'm assuming digital, right?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a PDF, but apparently it's a pretty. I mean, it uses like your basic D20 system, but I guess it's it's kind of robust for being a gimmick.
Wow. All right.
And I mean, I kind of want to play it.
Right.
I mean, before we started recording, I flipped through the book a little bit, and they don't have like fighter, thief. It's like the Order of the Beef, and then you pick
Dude, the Order of the Beef.
I'm a baconator or whatever. but then they have buffs in the game, right?
Where's the buff? Right.
Like a buff is like if you eat an actual Wendy's cheeseburger while you're playing, your character gets +1 strength for the day.
And +12 cholesterol.
So they have all these buffs that if you eat Wendy's food, like adds to your character, but if you eat like not Wendy's food, like frozen pizzas or shit like that, it detracts from your character.
Oh man.
I mean, like I said, part of me wants to get a game with us going. The armor's all like freshly cooked bun, clamshell, burger holder. It's so bizarre.
Oh man.
I know, right?
You just don't want the guy who's notorious for his cups of chili.
Yeah, well, there was an Order of the Chili. I didn't see what that was all about.
That's not as good as the Order of the Beef.
No, it was like Order of the Chicken and Order of the Beef. And,
oh man.
Yeah. I might have to see if I can organize something.
Man, I'll tell you what needs to happen is there needs to be expansions for this from other fast food places.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
Like where McDonald's has their version of it and Burger King, pizza places or whatever. Like that way there's
KFC.
Yeah, that way you can because the KFC ones can be like as weird as this will sound, chicken purists to where, they'll put down the Wendy's Order of the Chicken, because they're I don't know. It'll turn
true chickens.
Yeah, I was going to say it'll turn the true Order of the Chicken or something like that. It'll be like in Life of Brian when they have God, I forgot what the thing is now. But you know what I'm talking about, like the People's Republic of whatever and the Republic People's or whatever it is.
Yeah, right.
I can't remember it now. I feel like I haven't seen a movie in so long, I forgot.
Hey, it's on Netflix right now.
I should watch it. I haven't watched it seriously, it's been years since I've seen it.
Oh, a classic, bro.
I mean, it's about my life, so.
There you go, Life of Brian. Spelled wrong, though.
Right. Correct. No, I like that, though. That's good fun. I appreciate that.
The link that will be in the show notes is for the article for the game, but at the very bottom of the article, they provide a link that takes you right to the PDF.
Nice.
Yeah, it's called Feast of Legends. That's what the game is called.
See, again, it just lends itself to where McDonald's and Burger King and Arby's and KFC, and maybe Pizza Hut or something can all jump in,
Right.
So.
And I mean, they kind of do some nods. Because, like I said, I flipped through the PDF, and the first page, or one of the first pages, is the map of the realm. And there's a lake in the middle of it, like one of the things is called, like, Top Bun Mountain, But there's a lake in the middle that's called Lake John Silver.
Oh, nice. I didn't even think about Long John Silver. Shit.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, it's a nice little nod there.
Yeah, the Order of the Batter. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
That's what that place should be called.
Oh, boy, should it.
That's all everything from there.
Order of the neck roll.
It's like,
Jesus.
like they just drop some batter in the fryer, and then when it comes out, they just like, before they drop the batter in, they just have certain ones that have been flavored with like chicken, fish, whatever,
Quote unquote fish.
Yeah.
Fish-like product.
Yeah. Fish-like product. Never remember or forget. It just reminds me of the first time I paid attention to like, Kraft singles when it, or, any of the like American cheese where it says like processed cheese food or whatever on it. It's like, oh, yeah, that sounds terrible.
Like, I don't know what processed cheese tree food. Jesus Christ. Yeah. I'm just going to stop there.
Processed tree food. Delicious.
Yeah, processed tree food.
My favorite. Oh, man. Got anything else?
No, as for nonsense, no. I mean, I think I do have the Dude Mountain stuff pulled up.
Yeah, I really have nothing for this week. Like I said, nothing's really, other than, I spent too much time focusing on apples probably. So, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Really quick about the whole, like when you mentioned the, like the fake fish name kind of thing.
Yeah.
I listened to a podcast called, was it The Illusionist? I think it is. And that's illusion with an A. It's the woman is on the episode of The Sporkful where he talks about apples. Mm-hmm. And I listened to an episode of her show where she talks about all the like
crab.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Or was it Tyson Has Wings, which are WYNGZ?
What the fuck are those?
Dude, they're little like boneless wings things or whatever, right? There was a woman on there who's an expert on this that actually told her that the one thing that they cannot contain is wing meat. Apparently, for some reason. And it must be because of how the name is spelled. Like, the government's got some rules about some of this.
That creeps me out.
And they talked about this woman who runs a vegan restaurant. And it's all over the sign that everything is, vegan. And, somebody came in and I guess they do like a chickpea, prepared like a tuna salad, or like a tuna sandwich, okay. I mean, right?
Right.
And, this person, and it's got, vegan, like the sandwich, I guess, has vegan cheddar cheese, which is weird to me. Why? Yeah.
Yeah, especially after my fancy cheese party today. That's all bullshit.
Yeah, right. Well, anyway, this woman filed a complaint, like, was threatening to like sue them basically, based on that their board said cheddar cheese, and it's not actually cheddar cheese. I forgot what it's made from, but and anyway, so someone from the government came in and basically told this woman that she had to change basically the name of everything in her place, essentially. And the woman was like, no, like, because I'm not doing anything illegal. She's like, some of their cheese they have that's like from cashew or whatever, like it says that on there. And they told the woman that later on what they found out, like when she pushed it, when they came back, basically, the only thing she did have to change a couple of things, because I guess you have to let people know what essentially something's made from, like that. Mm-hmm. Like if you're calling it cheddar cheese, but it isn't cheddar cheese, you have to say it's from whatever,
like cashew cheese.
Yeah, exactly. So she was like, okay, I don't have a problem with that, So, and it's like I get it, but at the same time, it is weird, It's like I understand because they're in a weird place because they prepare like that chickpea sandwich. She's preparing it to where when you're eating it, you're supposed to be reminded of a tuna fish sandwich.
Right.
But clearly there's no tuna in it because, vegan.
It's vegan.
So, but what else are you supposed to call that? A chickpea salad sandwich? I mean, I could see that'd probably be okay, right?
Chickpea delight.
But it's supposed to remind you of a tuna sandwich, So,
right.
Yeah. But, yeah, that was an interesting listen. And then one other podcast I listened to.
Hold on.
What?
I have a brilliant name for that sandwich.
All right.
Chickpea of the sea.
Chicken of the pea. No, you don't want to go with that one. Never mind. Yours is much
You
better.
don't want to go chicken of the pea.
No, that's way worse. Yeah.
No, chickpea of the sea, for sure.
Chicken of the pea is like a real deviant in that Wendy's game.
Yeah. Exactly.
All it does is go around and pee on things.
It's horrifying.
It's like a full like our size like chicken though, or a person in a chicken suit.
A big old chicken dong.
Of course, I mean, why wouldn't it?
As you have.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man. So this other one I listened to real quick was on Planet Money, and they talked about there's a parking lot at the strip mall, and in one of the buildings on it there's a Jamba Juice, right?
Okay.
Well, right next door is a Jimmy John's, which that's a lot of J's, first of all. But
yeah, Jimmy John, Jamba Juice.
So this woman and her brother, she just picked her brother up. He had some sort of surgery, and she picked him up. They stopped to get Jamba Juice, and while they were there, her brother was like, "Hey, let's get some sandwiches," So she was like, "Okay." Well, apparently there's this big chain in between the two places, even though it's the same parking lot. There's a big chain. And signs everywhere that says, Jamba Juice parking only. Do not, not for Jimmy John's patrons or whatever. Well, they were like, whatever, we're, we'll be in and out of there. And we just bought from Jamba Juice. So they come back out. There was a boot on her car.
Oh my God, that was quick.
And she's like, "Are you kidding me?" She said, "So this."
Someone called that freaky fast.
Yeah. Nice. So this guy gets out of this like black sedan and comes up and is basically like, the only way you're getting that boot off there is if, you have to pay me $75. And she was like, so she ends up paying this guy because she didn't. And it's funny because in my head I'm going, I would have called the cops to make sure it's legal. But
yeah, it seems like a scam.
It's not though. That's the crazy part. Apparently inside, like if it was public property, you could not do this. But on private property, you can. To where they estimated that basically this service and the owner of the building are splitting about $200,000 in like fees from people paying to get the boot off of their car.
That's insane to me.
In private property, apparently, you are allowed, like, how you go into businesses all the time and they're like, cars will be towed, they full on are, that is 100% legal, at least in whatever state this was in. Maybe state to state this varies, but, so literally she bought from Jamba Juice and she was like, but we're customers. We have, like, right here in our hands, we have our Jamba Juice. And the guy was like, "No, you were Jamba Juice customers. As soon as you step across that line, you're no longer Jamba Juice customers. Now you're becoming Jimmy John's." Like, to me, that's the part where I feel like somebody, like a cop, should just slap the taste out of their mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Tase them.
Be like, give them their money back. Now you can sue to try to get your money back, but it's $75, so it's probably not worth it. By the time you pay fees,
it costs you more to sue.
Day off of work, court fees, blah, blah. So people just let it go. And like you said, this guy estimated that it's about $200,000 that they're pulling in doing this. So basically what they just figured out was a great way to... Now, granted, on their side of it, there are... I think the woman said she had a friend check it out. There's like 7 or 9 signs that say, do not do this. And people are still doing it. So, it's like
people are, like we discussed earlier, people are idiots.
Well, I mean, we've all probably done that though. When you're in a strip mall, you go into one place and you're like my brother and I, we were in Monroe, and there's a Jimmy John's right next to GameStop.
Okay.
We went into GameStop. We were coming out and we're like, let's get some sandwiches. Because we're hungry.
Sandwiches.
So we went next door. We didn't move. And we were fine in there. It's no big deal, but. I don't know. I was like, wow, that's a shit heel move.
That seems shitty to me.
Well, I guess Jimmy John's has actually hired a person now. They pay people to stand outside, and if someone looks like they're going to cross that line, they're like, don't do that. That asshole over there is going to put a boot on your car if you do. Like, we're trying to save you the money. Pull your car over to our parking lot.
That's wild.
Right? How stupid is that? But
on
whatever.
the flip side, you remember the KFC Pizza Hut combinations, all that. KFC Taco Bell,
Yeah.
Pizza Hut Taco Bells.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
I'm as a Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
I'm as a Taco
Oh, I
Bell.
definitely remember.
There should be a Jimmy John's Jamba Juice combos and just be Jimmy Jamba.
Jimmy Jambas.
I'm just saying.
Almost sounds like you're... Oh, my God. They need Mr. T for the commercials.
Yeah.
Be like,
Exactly.
hey, let's get some Jimmy Jambas. And he'll be like, I ain't got no time for Jimmy Jambas. And then they'll be like, but wait, they're freaky fast.
All right, sucker.
That's terrible. Oh,
Hilarious.
shit. So, yeah. All right. There you go. That's all I got, man. Let's do some...
Goody. Well, let's do some Dude Mountain, eh?
Yep.
Dude Mountain.
That's pretty ominous.
It's always ominous, my friend.
Monominous?
Ominous. Na, 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 na.
Monominous.
All right. Well, your current update for Dude Mountain as of this Sunday. What are we in? Week 5? of the NFL?
Sure.
Sure. The Salty Bottoms once again living up their names. They are definitely in the Salty Bottom there.
Yeah.
The D-Gens from up north and the Hard Pass is tied for 9th.
Fuck.
We're sucking Hindwood.
Jeez,
Brian.
we are just stinking it up this year.
We're stinking it up. The Sexy Skeletors in coming in at 8. Ditz and Dan Show coming in at 7. The Jackal May Rise 6. Then we got tied for 4th. We got Mascot Super Fights tied with Mike Oxamall. And then the top 3, Dr. Feelgood, who's currently kicking my ass in our fantasy league.
Dude, he's kicked your ass so hard, he's hitting brain.
Yeah,
Like, that's
exactly.
how hard he's kicking.
Yeah, I'm not going to walk right for a long time after this.
No, yeah.
The Underdogs is 2nd, and it still amazes me. The number 1 picker in Madden, Jesus, I'm tired, and Picks Can Pick 'em this year is the Madden 2016 picks.
Yep.
How is this a thing?
It's crazy. Dude, how funny, like, I'm watching the game Thursday night, right? The Seahawks and other team they played. I can't remember who the fuck it was. Oh, the Rams. That's who it was. And the spread on that game was 1.5.
Right.
Right? And I took the Seahawks. And I saw that, Madden picked, the way Madden score thing came out, it took the Rams. Or no, was it 3 points? Or 2 points? Yeah, it was 1.5 points, I think it was, or 2 points, something like that. Anyway, it was like a half point or a full point, whatever, and that was what made the difference in that game. The Seahawks won that game, but they only won by, I think it was by 2. And yeah, I think it was the Rams by 1.5 or something like that, or I don't remember now. Whatever it was. And I'm looking at the result, and I see how I did not get the point, and Madden did, and I'm just like, well, there it is, That's exactly how, where the spread will bite you right in the ass.
It's just crazy to me.
Yeah, because I picked the winner of the game, so if it's just about picking the winner, I would have had it.
Like, I should just, pay attention to your picks when I'm filling out my worksheet.
Yeah, I'll just send them to you each week. You just go with them and see how you do in that league. That would be kind of funny.
Jesus Christ. At least with that one, I'll win some cash.
Right.
It's crazy to me it's 2 years in a row now. It's been dominating.
Yeah, it's a 3-year-old
Doesn't
video
make
game.
sense.
The rosters aren't even remotely close. Like, some of the team rankings are so funny. How some of the teams are really bad that aren't anymore, or vice versa. They're really good that are no longer great,
Just does not make sense to me at all.
No.
But it is what it is.
Yep.
And there's your Week 5, Dude Mountain update, y'all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you'd still like to join, you can still join. Whoops.
Oh, what?
I forgot that was going. I said if you still want to join, you can, because it's, there's no money, it's free, it's silly, whatever. If you have a good gimmick and you want to jump in, let me know. I believe I can still add people or
I think
invite
you
people.
can pretty much be added at any time. And trust me, by the way, like me, who's trying to pick them to actually win, is playing, you'd be able to dominate real quick.
Right? How great would that be, right? Someone jumps in week 6 and still beats you and I.
Yeah, it seems very feasible.
We've had a 5-week head start.
Yeah, it seems super feasible.
Looking at the points, it sure does. Because you and I
Jesus
have,
Christ.
I think I had one good week, and the rest have all just been terrible.
Yeah, my first week, I dominated.
Yeah, you came out of the gate really strong. 12 points in week 1 or something?
12 points in week 1.
Yeah, I think it was 12 out of 15 or 16 possible.
And then week 4, I got 1 point.
Yep. Strong. Oh,
I mean, even in my little work league, Tim's the dude who runs it. He walks up to me, he's like, "Tony." I'm like, "Yeah." He just goes, "You got a lot wrong."
And you're like, is this about life or? Are you trying to mentor me?
Eyes closed, or I'm like, I don't know, Tim. I don't know what's happening.
Dude, you totally should have done the next week with your eyes closed or something.
Yeah, no shit.
Each
Jesus
week,
Christ.
just use one of the gimmicks from our league, and
I'm telling you, I'm already using your gimmick.
yeah, man,
Jesus Christ,
that's rough. Well,
crazy.
Congratulations to those who haven't stunk on ice like you and I.
Yeah, right.
We're just doing what we always do, just false sense of security so we can, have the comeback. That way we got the
Don't call it
fans.
a comeback. I've been here for years.
At the bottom, yeah, we're
Yeah, right.
we're both trying. Yeesh.
Both trying.
Boy, I'll tell you, really miss Devin Clinton in the league.
Yeah, I
No,
know,
I'm
right?
kidding.
Maybe next year.
Yeah.
Maybe next
I'm
year.
thinking of just not putting picks in. I think maybe I'd do better that way.
I can't believe all shit. Anywho, that's your dude.
Yeah. All right. So, before we get into the final stuffs, I want to mention again to everybody that we do have shirts for sale over at Teespring. The link's in the show notes, or, if you need it, hit us up and we can send it to you. We would greatly appreciate it. Help us with, a variety of things. As we've now detailed, we've been kind of, behind the scenes kind of struggling on a couple of things here ourselves. So this might help a little bit, T-shirts, or like Tony said, we do have a Patreon, and I'm still willing to do, any donation over $10. If somebody wants a drawing, I'll draw your avatar, or I'll just draw something stupid and, it'll be a digital file, because.
Well, it'll still be sick though.
Yeah. But, yeah. So there you go. If you'd like to help us out, we would greatly appreciate it. If not, we also understand. We're not jerks, I guess. No.
Much.
I mean, we are.
Usually.
Yeah. No. And then with that, of course, head over to saltylanguage.com, where you can find all the things from us, all our links and all the show notes and what?
We do have one thing we got to discuss right quick.
What's that?
We had a couple Q to W answers.
Oh my God, I totally forgot. You're right. And I actually have another Q of the W, but we could wait till next week if you'd prefer.
Probably not a bad idea.
Okay, fair enough.
Just so I don't die.
Word. All right, so last week I asked what subject you would teach a master class on.
Yeah.
What you got?
Our buddy Garrett in the little Twitter group we started since Kick's dying.
Yep.
He says he would teach a master class in tabletop wargaming.
That's fair. He has been into that for a long time. Yeah.
He's been in that for a very long time.
And by that, I assume he means wearing like a loincloth, climbing on a table, and fighting someone else, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Of course.
Okay. That's all I've ever seen him do. So yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then Michelle says on Instagram that she would teach how to be scared of everything. She's got infinite hours of instruction available.
I can student teach that one. Good answers. Man. All right. So I got.
Whoops. That was totally the wrong button.
I mean, it kind of isn't though.
I mean, you're right.
Yeah.
I was just gonna do this.
I like what you got. Good job.
But I got 2 answers too.
Oh shit!
You son of a bitch. No.
I take all that back.
From Fluffy Bunny Ash, she says, and this should be no surprise to either of us, her master class would be how to do Christmas. The baking, the decorating, the organizing, multiple family and friends dinners and parties, the picking of a perfect gift, wrapping it perfectly, making the perfect Christmas moment. Which,
I like it.
makes sense because I was joking with her the other night and said, I was like, yeah, because you're probably already like, planning next year's Christmas. And she was like, yeah, actually kind of. So
I actually am. Now that you mention it.
yeah. And then Cheeto Bandito says his masterclass would be on fucking shit up 101. The basics. How to take a perfectly good situation and fuck it up royally.
I mean, that seems amazing.
Now here's a question for you. Do you think, okay, so his is fucking shit up 101. Is there a next level class of that, or do you just, is the 101 class thorough enough that basically you're just, you're Sherman through the South, basically?
I mean, I would like to think that the first class would be thorough enough, but I mean, I have a feeling that, if he's teaching, he's just going to fuck it up.
And then someone else has got to come in, and that would be an interesting series of classes because each time the person would probably just fuck it up.
Just fuck it up.
I like this. Actually, that seems like a great money-making scheme.
Yeah, I know, right?
Man.
It's like putting boots on cars.
It is, right? Wait a minute. Oh, you didn't mean like actual boots.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I got some sweet Timberlands for your Jeep.
It just like goes up. It goes like we're in the wheel well, so it looks like it's got boots right there, but it's cut in the middle so the tire can still spin and everything,
That's amazing.
Those would look terrible.
Be awful.
It would be so terrible.
The worst,
Go
really.
check out my Air Force Ones, G. Yeah. So, all right. Okay, now you play that sound drop.
Oh.
I like what you got. Good job.
All right. So yeah,
There we go.
I'll hold my my other cue of the W till next week, and yeah. So all right then. Anything else before I go into the final gimmick thing?
No, that's we're good now.
All right. So head over to saltylanguage.com. All our links, show notes, scantily clad pictures of Tony. All the things you could want from us.
Oh, it's coming.
So go check that out. You can find links to the networks we're part of, the Change About Network, and entertainment. So go check those out if you would, and tell them we sent you for nothing. I mean, you won't get anything extra, but we just want you to brag us up. That's all.
Oh yeah.
And speaking of bragging us up, we'd appreciate it if you left if you rate, review, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit us up with them 5-star ball washes.
Mm-hmm. The old ball wash.
And and share the podcast with a friend, maybe.
Or not a friend.
Yeah. I mean, and Christmas season's gonna be coming up soon. I mean, just buy them a T-shirt, even if they wouldn't wear it or don't want it. We don't care. You can buy them and set them on fire for all we care.
Very accurate.
In fact, that would be great. Aside from just being wasteful, I would appreciate the videos of that a lot.
That would be pretty amazing, wouldn't it?
Like, I bought 7 Salty Language shirts and just setting them all on fire. Yeah. Actually, over on Teespring, there's other stuff, too. Not just the T-shirts, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think there's logos for all of our other, like a bunch of other things over there, too, or whatever.
That's kind of badass.
I guess, yeah. So, maybe go peruse that. And like I said, buy them and donate them to homeless people. That way, we can actually have homeless people out there promoting our podcast. Whatever, we don't care.
I mean, might as well employ them somehow.
Right. No,
sure, they won't get paid.
I'm just kidding. Buy them and give them to local schools.
Exactly.
Yeah, whatever you need.
Yeah. Kids will learn some new languages.
Yeah. No, we do appreciate if anybody does help us out. If you don't, again, we understand. But, thanks for
We don't
considering.
understand well.
Well, that's just us in general.
That's true.
Me
Good
no
point, Brian.
understand.
Yeah, good point, sir.
Your logic frightens and confuses me. All right. So until next week, have a beer. You'll be fine.
Keep your. Never mind. Stay salty. Just like my shorts. Stay salty.
And monogamous, dude.